Everybody put your blunts up and light them down. Who wanna roll, who wanna blow, who wanna smoke with me?
Yeah, YouTube, Smooth Gang, Shooter Crew. It's your boy, Mr. Smooth 152, aka The Shooter. And you already know what it is when you see my face up on the screen, right? Yeah, story time for that ass. What's good with y'all? Yo, I got a banger ass story time for y'all, so I'm gonna try to kick back, relax, light up if you got it, and enjoy this story time. You know what I mean? Y'all asked for it, so here y'all go. Today's flavor though, oh yeah. We got an OG stepping in the building right here. We got the OG sour. Oh man, it's been a long time since I had some of this right here. So we're gonna jump into it and it's story time. Yes, sir. Yo, so this story takes place back in 2005, a year after I got shot, right? So, a year after I got shot, I'm up in Orange and shit. And I ain't even gonna hold y'all, know what I mean? I came back up here. I used to live up here before, know what I mean? I left them up here in the 80s, know what I mean? I was 13 when I left them up here. So, 2004, you already know, I had got shot May 28th. So, after that, I had moved up to Orange because I was living in the North. So, I moved up to Orange. So, I've been up here for a minute. So, 2005, I had jumped back off the porch again. Like, fuck it, I might as well. I'm in a new spot. I'm not working right now, so I gotta do something to keep money in my motherfucking pocket. So, I had reached out to one of my plugs and shit. And he was like, yo, I got you. So, boom. I started getting some shit from him. And where I lived at this time I lived on Scotland Road and shit. So, ain't no spot on Scotland Road to be out there hustling and shit like that, you know what I mean? So, I opened up a new spot. Well, to me it was a new spot because there wasn't nobody out there, you know what I mean? And the spot I had opened up was, if you're familiar with Orange, you know the projects, Mechanic Street up there, right? So it's a little Chinese store right there in the corner. I forgot. It's a Mechanic in that corner right there. I forgot the name of the name of that corner. But it was a Chinese store right there. So I just set up shop right there. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna say it was smooth sailing from the first time I stepped out there. You know what I mean? I'm not new up here, but niggas know me and some niggas don't know me. And niggas felt the type of way that I came up here and just decided to just open up a shop. Like, I didn't come out here and step on y'all toes. Know what I mean? I came and opened up a spot where nobody was at. Know what I mean? I sat out here for a couple of days and watched the traffic go through and see who was out there snacking some money. But that shit was, nobody was out there. So I took it upon myself. Made that phone call, got the work dropped off to me, and boom, I was out there back and forth from my house around the corner to the Chinese store. You know what I mean? So I was out there for a nice couple of months. You know what I mean? And I was doing my thing. I had no problems. You know what I mean? So right down the street from there is the African club called Oderbra. That shit used to be jumping. You know what I mean? That's an African spot down there. So I was at the corner of the Chinese store, and I would see the traffic going in and out of there, coming in. The poppies used to be running through them blocks crazy back then. You know what I mean? So the poppies was my main clientele. I ain't really fuck with no black folks when I was in that area right there. It was all Mexicans and whites over there, damn near really. So my clientele was coming. So one day, one of the things that I was fucking with for a minute decided to ask me for some credit. And I'm like, you know what? You've been coming on a regular, on a steady, and you spending bread. You know what I mean? So I can trust you with these 2, 3 bags that you asking for to payday, which was Friday. So I thought, so bro, I give him the 3. He said, I'm gonna see you on Friday when I get paid. Cool. So I'm out there doing my thing and shit. Now this is where I got my first interaction with the police. One night I was out there. Well, the next night I came back out there. I left out from out of there when the Chinese store closed because why would I be out there for? I was in the Chinese store on that corner, walking back and forth to the poppy store. You know what I mean? I wasn't just sitting in the Chinese store because Chinese motherfuckers would get crazy talking about, you can't sit here, you can't sit here. You know what I mean? Until they got comfortable with me. You know what I mean? So once they got comfortable with me, I was able to sit in there and chill for a minute. But this time, this is before I got a chance to get all that, right? One night, I was out there, and I had got caught slipping. Right? There we go. Whoa. That's what y'all was waiting for. There ain't go right there. Woo. So this night I had got caught slipping, right? And I really can't say I took a hell of a loss, but I took a loss. But I was out there, and like I said, niggas from Orange know it was this motherfucking gray, well, silver DT car. And it was a white boy that drove this shit. He had a crew cut. Forgot his name. But that nigga got wind of me. Boy, oh boy. I hate to see him ride through, but he'll always see me either walking toward the poppy store or walking from the poppy store to the Chinese store. He would see me doing that. And so this one night, I had shit in my pocket, right? And I didn't even know this nigga was outside plotting. I was in the Chinaman store before they closed. I was getting something to eat, right? Grabbed my food, and I was walking out the store. Now, how I usually walk, I come out the store, and either I walk straight or I'll go to the left and walk straight down to Henry Street and then walk up. Right? So I did that. I came out the China store and I bucked that left, crossed the street. As soon as I crossed the street, and there used to be a little bank right there. Now you know when you're walking up towards Henry Street, you'll see in the so there used to be a bank on the corner right here, and across the street it's a pharmacy. So I'm on the side where the abandoned building was, the gray and white brick building right here on the corner from the Chinese store. I'm crossing the street. So as I'm crossing the street, this nigga come down. So I got work in my pocket instead of having that shit in my stash on me. You know what I mean? So it's in my pocket. So I'm walking, and I'm like, oh shit, I see him coming. So I couldn't do shit, right? So if I was to buck and turn around, that look obvious. So I tried to put my head down and kept walking. This nigga jumped out. Come here. Oh no. So I'm like maybe 5 steps from the corner. And y'all know in the corner, it's like the fucking drain thing that the water go down when it rain and shit. I'm like 5 steps away from there because he pulled up on me and cut me smooth off. I'm like, oh shit. So he jumps out. He bat me down. Yeah, I finally caught you. You finally caught me? What the fuck you mean? I've been watching you for a minute. What? Yeah, I was watching you for a minute. I'm trying to figure out what you out here doing. I ain't doing shit. I'm trying to play cool like, I ain't doing shit. He's like, get the car. And you got something on you? I was like, yeah. He's like, you know? I was like, yeah. How much you got on you? I had like about maybe, I gave dude 3, so I had like 7 left. It came out, I had 10 left. From the rest of the night, I had 10 left. Gave dude 3, I had 7 left. And I had it in, everybody know back in the day, them little M&M pop things that we used to have, the candy inside of them. I had them inside that little pop thing. And I usually had that shit tucked in my drawer underneath my nuts. But I had it in my motherfucking pocket being I was just fucking with the white boy. And forgot to put it back in the stash. So I got this shit in my pocket. He's like, what you got? A little couple of bags, man. He's like, a little couple of bags. I'm like, yeah. He's like, wait, it's my pocket. So he goes in my pocket. He's like, this? I'm like, yeah. He's like, open it up. So I opened it up, boom. He looks at it, dumps it in the motherfucking car. So he scoops it up, tells me to drop that shit in the motherfucking thing in the drain down there where the water goes and shit. Bruh, I was sick. Drop it down. I ain't gonna lock you up. Drop it down there. So I dropped the shit down in the motherfucking thing, right? Now, I'm looking at it. He looking at it. And he see that it's still right there. There's no water in there moving right now. It's just a bunch of trash down there. And it's sitting there. So he thinking he can't get it out. So he's a waste. And don't nobody know what's down there except me and him. So I'm looking at this shit. He looking at that shit. He looking at me. He's like, you ain't getting that back. Oh, all right, cool. And I get up out of here. I bet. I said, I gotta go to the store right quick. So he gets in the car and pulls off. I go right back in the Chinese store. And I ask him, yo, you got a stick? Yeah, like a stick. I'm like a stick, like something, a broomstick. He's like, yeah. So he gives me the broomstick, right? Now I'm trying to find something to get on the bottom of this stick so I can stick this stick down there and pick this shit up. Yo, let me get a pack of gum. I'll go back in the store, get a pack of gum. Chew on the gum. Make a nice little big ass ball of that shit. I put the ball of gum on the bottom of the stick. And I'm standing over the thing. And I'm trying to pick out the bag that he told me to drop down this motherfucking sewer thing. I'm seeing him. I'm looking directly at him. He looked at him. Now we both know it's here. But I'm not going home without my shit. And I know I can get it. You left me. You told me to get the fuck up out of here. You went about your business. I ran up in the store. Told him I had to get something else and shit. Look what I'm doing. I'm fishing for this shit out this motherfucking drain, boy. Look, I'm down here. Yo, it took me at least 15 minutes to get every last one of them out that fucking thing, yo. And I was praying that this dude didn't spin the block to come back and catch me on this motherfucking corner fishing this shit out this motherfucking drain, boy. I got all of them out of there, all 7 out of there. He threw my motherfucking M&M pop thing, so that shit was going. I threw them shit from my pocket, threw the hood on, and got the fuck up out of there. Yo, listen. Crazy. Yo, man, listen. If you in the hood and you thinking you slick, remember, it's always somebody out there, yo, that's paying attention. Right? So I got the fuck up out of there. So, boom. I chill until it's time to come back out there to meet that nigga for my money. So I'm chilling in the crib, I'm at my brother's crib and shit, my brother Jim Jones and shit, right? I'm out there with him one night, one day, sitting on his porch, we talking and shit. And this was like Thursday. No, it was Friday. I'm on the porch with him. It's like about 12 o'clock. I ain't even going to the block yet, right? Like 12 o'clock, we sitting there burning on the porch and shit, smoking and eating. Cause we went across the street to the motherfucking little deli spot next to Jen Lynn and shit. Went over there, got a couple of sandwiches, came back, some of the porch, ate, we smoking and shit. I told him what happened. He's like, yo, how the fuck did you manage to get out of that shit? Yo, bro, listen. Yeah, like I've been watching for a minute. I just want to know what the fuck you was out here doing. Now I know. And the nigga made me throw that shit down the motherfucking drain. Down the motherfucking sewer. Thinking that shit was going to stop me and not come back out here. I got my shit the same night. Got the fuck up out of there. Right? So we chopped it up for a minute. So I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to go back out there. So Thursday night, I'm out there, right? Now, it's two security dudes that work there. It's a black dude. He tall, skinny, and he had braids. And there was a cool, fat, white, bald head dude. They was security for the building they was putting in because the project used to be there. And they knocked them down. They was putting some new buildings there. Like I said, this is 2005. They put some new buildings right there where the project used to be, 325 and all that shit. Right? So they outside guarding the building. So I had got cool with them. So they would let me know when the police coming through and all this shit now. So we out there this night and I'm chilling with them. I'm sitting outside their car on the curb and I'm talking to them. Now, we out there this night and I had seen somebody that had owed me some bread. Not the dude that's supposed to come out there Friday, it's somebody else. Another poppy nigga, right? So I see him. And he lived on this block. So I don't know what made him think he was going to be slick and try to walk past me without me noticing him. But he was going into that little African bar to get some drinks, I think. So I seen him. I let him go in there. He came back out. He went in the house. Now, all dude had on was slippers. And he had on clothes and slippers, right? Boom. Remember this. He walked in the crib. Now, the two dudes, security dudes, seen him and they told me that, like, nigga, your boy right there that owe you some money. So I stood up and looked. All right, bet. So he went in the bar. He came back out and went in the house. He came back out and went back in the bar. So when he went back in and came back out, I was crossing the street. So he was standing right there in front of those two steps that go into the little odor brush shit. So I ran down on him, yo, where that bread that you owe me, yo? Like, what's up? Can I get my money? Poppy like, no, me don't have. So I wasn't trying to hear that shit. So he was like, me don't get paid till Saturday. Bro, you just told me you got paid yesterday. Where was you at yesterday? Today, Thursday. What's up? So no, me don't get paid till Saturday. Boop, bang. Flip dude. These security dudes in the car like, oh shit. Dude flipped out his slippers. Remember I told you he had on slippers. He flipped out his slippers, fell backwards, and ended up on the steps like this. Slumped, sleep. The black dude jumped out the car like, oh shit, I ain't never seen nothing like that there in my life. That's fucking crazy. Get up out of here. I ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? I went back across the street with them and sat on the curb on the side of the car where they couldn't see me no more. Right? So I'm sitting there. Dude laid in them steps for about a good 10, 15 minutes. A nigga woke up. He looked around. He got up off the steps. He left his slippers right there and he walked to his house. He walked in his house. I guess he told his girlfriend or his wife or whatever. They called the police. So boom. When they called the police, the security head over the radio was like, they called the police. Get up out of here. So I did. I mean, I go around the corner. Go back to the crib. Back to my brother's crib and shit, right? So I called him to come outside. I'm already on the porch. I go up there to his crib and shit and tell him what the fuck happened. He's like, boy, you was fucking retarded. They're like, dead ass serious? He's like, yeah. So we jump in his car and we go ride around there. He got tents in his car. So we ride around there and shit and we pull up behind two security dudes' car. Right? So I'm texting the security dude like, yo, it's me sitting behind you. What they say to you? And he said, that they left already. That's somebody else for the bar. Oh, Nah, that's for the bar too, because that's where he was there in front of the bar right there, remember? So he's like, it's possibly for them, but I don't think so. So me and my brother stood in the car. They come out the motherfucking bar, get in the motherfucking police car and leave. They didn't ask me no questions. They ain't seen nothing to me. I was gone. They don't know I was out there. So they leave. He texts me like, yo, come here. So I got the car, me and my bro. He was like, we talking about the habit and shit. They're like, yo, I ain't never seen no shit like that before. You flip dude out of his slippers. And the slippers are still in. I turned and looked across the street. The slippers was still in front of the steps while he flipped out of, and ended up on the stairs. Them shits was still there. He never picked them shits up. He walked in the house, told his wife or whatever, they came back outside together and said, blah, 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 blah. I'm still sitting there. I'm sitting on the curb. I'm hearing this shit. I'm peeking through the window of the car. I can see them, but they can't see me. They think, because I'm sitting on the curb. Well, that shit was funny as hell. Yo, the next day, I see the nigga that owed me the other bread, the $30. This nigga name is Al. Now, I was fucking with Al for like about a good 4 or 5 months. Al been good money. So, I let him slide. This time, this nigga thought he was slick. I had to put the beats on this nigga. Boop, back, boop, back, boop, back. This nigga started doing the dash. I'm not chasing you. I called bro. Bro comes right around the corner, scoop me up in the car, and we go chase the nigga down. Chase the nigga down, throw him in the car, and take him to the check cashing place. Give me my money. Yo, bro, I don't got it. They won't let me cash my check on my ID. Bro, did you forget I had your ID? All you had to do is call me and like, I need my ID. So, boom, give him my ID. He goes in there, cashes the check, and give me my shit. You just got your ass beat without you just telling me you needed your ID. That was your fault, my nigga. I feel bad? No. Because you should have thought about that shit. Crackhead or not. Yo, until the next time, it's your baby Just Move 152, aka the shooter. I'm gone. Boom.
Everybody put your blunts up.